we have gone through the topics, that is projections of point, projections of straight line. And now in this particular session, we will go through the topic, that is projections of plane. In this particular session, we will go through the procedures how to obtain projections of plane. Generally, in the subject engineering drawing or engineering graphics, the common planes which are considered the circle, triangle. In triangle, we can consider an equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, or a triangle that represents the 30 degree, 60 degree set square. Say this angle is 60 degree and this angle is 30 degree. Okay. So all these three are the triangular shape, equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, and a set square which is having angle 60 degree and 30 degree. Then we have square, a rectangle, a rhombus, a regular pentagon, and regular hexagon. So these are the planes we will consider for the topics, that is projections of plane. So there are mainly three possible positions of a plane in a space with respect to HP and VP. The first possible position is plane parallel to one of the basic principal plane, means plane parallel to HP or parallel to VP. So first we will consider this case in which we will consider a plane parallel to VP. So consider a first quadrant for the first angle projection system in which we will consider a rectangular plane which is parallel to VP. When we are viewing from the front side, the projection of the plane on VP, that is nothing but the front view, can be obtained like this. That is nothing but a rectangular shape. In orthographic projections, as all the projectors are parallel to each other and perpendicular to plane of projections, right? The shape of the projection that is on VP, that is nothing but a front view, is same as the shape of the original plane. Means when we are viewing from the front side, then we can obtain the true shape of the plane in front view. And when we are looking from the top, right, this top view of this rectangle will appear as a line, straight line, that is parallel to xy line, right? So ultimate answer is one view, that is the front view, as a true shape of the plane, and the second view, that is nothing but the top view, is a line view, and that is parallel to xy. Now consider plane parallel to HP. Okay. So here rectangular plane is considered parallel to HP, and when we are viewing this rectangle from the top side, okay, the top view of the plane will appear a rectangle, or we can say the true shape of the plane. Okay. So the true shape of the plane when the plane is parallel to HP is visible when we are viewing the object or plane from the top side. And when we view from the front side, the front view of the plane is appeared as a straight line. Okay. And this line view, that is nothing but a front view, will be parallel to xy. So again here ultimate answer is one of the view is a true shape and another view is a line view, and that is parallel to xy. So when plane is parallel to VP, the front view is a true shape, front view is a true shape, that is same as the shape of the rectangle, while the top view is a line view, means it's a line and that is parallel to xy. And when plane is parallel to HP, in that case top view is a true shape and front view is a line view and that is parallel to xy line. So this is all about the first possibility. So the general answer, we can say that when a plane is parallel to one of the basic principal planes, means either parallel to HP or parallel to VP, then its projection on that plane means, suppose the plane is parallel to HP, then its projection on HP, that means top view, will give you true shape. If plane is parallel to VP, then its projection on VP, that is front view, is a true shape of the plane. And another view is a line view, and that is parallel to XY. So this one is the general answer of the case when plane parallel to one of the basic principal plane. Now we will see the second possibility. The second possibility is plane inclined to HP or inclined to VP. So first we will see plane inclined to VP. In this figure you can see that the plane is parallel to VP. Now consider a rectangular plane is inclined to VP. Okay. So here this particular angle is the inclination of plane with VP, that is denoted by phi. Now in this case, when we view the object from the front direction, okay, the projection of the rectangle on VP, that is nothing but the front view, will be a rectangle. Okay, and that shape of this rectangle depends upon the inclination with VP, that is inclination phi. And when we view the plane from the top side, then its projection on HP, that is nothing but the top view, will appear a line. Okay. Now, since the plane in both the case, when plane is parallel to VP or plane is inclined to VP, here in both the case, here plane is perpendicular to HP. That means length of the line view for both the case will be same. Okay. So when the plane is inclined to VP, then front view appears an apparent shape. This one is the apparent shape, which is not actual shape. Okay. Actual shape is the rectangle of original size that can be obtained when the plane is parallel to VP. But here, as the plane is inclined to VP, the shape is going to be changed and the final shape depends upon the final inclination with VP. Now we will consider the plane inclined to HB. So here the plane is parallel to HB. Okay. Now we are giving inclination to this plane with respect to HP. So this particular angle is nothing but the angle theta. This angle is angle theta, that is inclination of plane with HP. When we are viewing this plane from the top side, from the top direction, okay, means from top, the top view will appears a rectangle that won't be a true shape, but that will be an apparent shape. Again, this apparent shape all depends on theta, that is inclination of plane with HP. We are viewing the plane from the front direction, then the front view of this particular plane which is inclined to HP will be a line. Okay. So in the front view, we will get the line view of the plane. And here also the line view of the both the cases when plane is inclined to HP and when plane is parallel to HP, this length of the line view for both the cases will be same. So when plane is inclined to one of the basic principal plane, then one of the view is the apparent shape and another view is the line view, and that line view is inclined at an angle. Okay, for this particular case is the angle with VP, that is phi. So here front view is the apparent shape and top view is the line which is inclined at an angle phi with the XY line. And when plane is inclined to HP, okay, the top view will be an apparent shape and the front view is the line view which is inclined at an angle theta with respect to XY line. So the general answer is that when a plane is inclined to one of the basic principal planes, then its projection on that plane, suppose plane is inclined to VP, this particular case, then its projection on VP, that means front view, is an apparent shape. Okay, and that shape, apparent shape, depends upon the inclination of plane. Now we will consider the third possibility, that is plane inclined to both HP and VP. So the rectangular shape will be like this. Here it is inclined to HP as well as inclined to VP. So when we are viewing from top, the top view will appear like this. Okay. And when we are viewing from front, the front view will be like this. Here both the projections, front view as well as top view, both are the apparent shape. So the general answer for the case when plane is inclined to both HP and VP, both as apparent shapes. This means when the plane is inclined to both the basic principal planes, then its both projections, front view and top view, are apparent shapes. Now we will see the procedure to solve the problems of projections of plane. Okay. So to understand the procedure to solve the problems of projections of plane, we will consider a data that is a rectangle of size 30 mm by 60 mm is resting on one of its smaller sides on HP, and the surface of the plane inclined 45 degree with HP and the resting side is inclined 60 degree to VP. Draw projections of rectangle. First step, we have to draw the true shape of the plane. So to draw the true shape of the plane, 2 points we need to consider. The first point is we have to decide where we have to draw the true shape, either in front view or in top view. So that will be decided based on the given data. That is, suppose the plane is inclined with HP, then for true shape, consider plane parallel to HP. So when we consider plane parallel to HP, okay, for this particular case, we will get true shape in the top view. And if plane is inclined to VP, then for true shape, consider the plane parallel to VP. Means when surface is inclined to VP, then for true shape, we have to consider the plane parallel to VP. So in that case, we can obtain true shape in front view. Okay. So this particular point is decided by considering the inclination of the surface. If in the problem surface inclination is given with respect to HP, then we have to draw true shape in top view. And if in the data the surface inclination is given with vp, then we have to consider the true shape in front view. Now the second point for the first step, that is regarding the orientation of the true shape. So that will be decided by examining that whether plane is resting on edge or it is resting on corner. So this condition will decide the orientation of the true shape. So by considering the first step, we have decided that where we have to draw the true shape, either in front view or in top view. But what should be its orientation? So that will be decided by considering the condition, that is whether plane is resting on edge or plane is resting on a corner. So in this particular data, if you read the first line, that is a rectangle of size 30 mm by 60 mm is resting on one of its smaller sides, means here the rectangle is resting on its smaller side. So rectangle is resting on edge, so that will decide the orientation of the true shape, and that we will see now how we can decide that part. So condition is that if plane is resting on one of its edges, then for true shape, consider resting edge perpendicular to xy. Okay? Means we have to consider true shape such a way that the resting edge should be perpendicular to xy. And if plane is resting on one of its corners, then for true shape, we have to consider a line joining the resting corner and center of the plane should be parallel to xy. Okay. So these two conditions decides the proper orientations of the true shape based on the resting condition, whether plane is resting on edge or plane is resting on corner. That we will see now. Consider a square plane. So there are two possibilities. Either play square rests on its edge or rests on its corner. So accordingly the orientation will be different. Depending upon these conditions, there are two possible orientations of a square for the step number 1, in which we are considering the true shape of the plane. So either you can draw square like this way or square like this way, right? So to understand this, we will consider xy line. Okay. Now if you consider the first case, so in this particular case, this edge is perpendicular to xy. Okay. So this particular case you have to consider when square is resting on its edge, right? If you look at this orientation, then this corner and the center of the plane, means this line is parallel to xy. So this particular case you have to consider when square is resting on its corner. Now consider triangle. So there are two possibilities. Okay, but here in this particular case, if you consider this particular orientation which satisfy the both the condition, if you consider this particular edge, then this edge is perpendicular to xy. So this can be used for edge, and also the corner and center of the plane is parallel to xy. So for corner also, that is plane is resting on edge or plane is resting on corner, we can have the orientation of the triangular plane like this. We can also consider this orientation also for both the cases. If you consider this particular edge, then that edge is perpendicular to xy. If you consider this particular corner, then line joining the corner and center of the plane is parallel to xy. So both these orientations can be considered for the true shape of the triangular plane when it is resting on edge or corner. Now we will consider the orientations of the pentagon. So for pentagon, there are two possibilities. Similar to triangle, here also the orientation of the pentagon can be used for the both the cases. If you consider this edge, then this edge is perpendicular to xy. So edge resting on edge can also be considered, as well as if you consider this particular corner, then line joining this center and the resting corner, this line is parallel to xy. So this particular orientation of the pentagon can also be considered for the corner. Means this particular orientation of the pentagon can be considered for the both the cases. That means pentagon is resting for edge as well as it is resting on corner. So this type of true shape or this orientation of the true shape of the pentagon can be considered. In this orientation also, we can see that one of the edges is perpendicular to xy, and if we consider a corner, then line joining the corner and center is parallel to xy. So this orientation also can be considered for the edge as well as corner condition. Now we will consider the hexagon. For hexagon, there are two possibilities. If you consider this orientation, then here the edge is perpendicular to xy. So this particular case is considered when hexagon is resting on edge, and if you consider this particular orientation, then corner and center line joining the corner and center is parallel to xy. That this particular orientation can be considered when hexagon is resting on one of its corners. So the first step, that is to draw the true shape of the plane, is clear, in which we are considering 2 points. That is, first decide where we have to draw the true shape, either in front view or in top view. And second condition regarding the orientation of true shape, okay, that will be decided by considering the condition which decides the resting on edge or resting on corner. So in the first step, draw xy line and draw true shape. Here in this particular case, surface inclination is given with HP. So we have to consider the plane parallel to HP, and when we consider a plane parallel to HP, the true shape is visible in top view. That's why rectangle is considered over here in top view. And here in this particular orientation, we can see that the smaller edge is perpendicular to xy. So in top view that is fine, but we cannot draw the rectangle like this. If we consider this particular case, then the longer edge is perpendicular to xy. So this is possible, this orientation is possible when rectangle is resting on one of its longer edges. Okay, in that case you have to go for this orientation. In this particular case, we have considered the rectangle is resting on one of its smaller edge, means on this particular edge. Now we know that when plane is parallel to HP, the top view is the true shape and the front view is a line view, and that is parallel to xy. Here it is on xy. So line view, that is nothing but the front view, is E dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Okay, so front view is a line view and top view is the true set. So that is the first step. Now we will see the second step. So in the second step, we have to consider the inclination of the plane or inclination of the surface. Okay. This is nothing but the second possibilities of the plane with respect to HP and VP that we have already seen. So here the two answers will be apparent shape and line view inclined to XY. We know that in both the steps, the first step where the plane is in parallel to HP, and the second step when we are giving the inclination to the rectangle with respect to HP, in both the cases, the length of the line view will be the same. So in the second step, we will consider the inclination of plane. That means we are considering this line view inclined to XY, okay, at an angle 45 degree with HP. Here it is mentioned plane is inclined 45 degree with HP. So as per keyword data, we have to draw line view at an angle 45 degree with XY. Since the plane is resting on its smaller side, so we have considered one of the smaller side, that is AB on HP. That means A dash B dash will be on XY and this point will be the C dash D dash. Now we have to consider the vertical projector from the front view, and from the top view the horizontal projectors will be considered. So we can obtain points A, B, C and D. And if we join all these points A, B, C, D in proper sequence, we will get the apparent shape. So here in this particular step, we will get the apparent shape. So this one is the true shape that we can obtain in the first step. And in second step, we have the apparent shape and line view that is inclined to XY. Here this line view length and length of this line view, both the lengths are same. Now we will solve the third step. So third possibility we have seen that is plane inclined with both HP and VP. So here this apparent shape as per the third condition we will rotate. So what is the third condition? Here third condition is that the resting side or resting edge is inclined 60 degree with VP. Now we know that dimensions with respect to VP are visible in top view. So the top view of resting edge, that is top view of AB, okay, is inclined 60 degree with VP. That is the condition is given. So we have to rotate this apparent shape such a way that AB will incline 60 degree with XY line. So for that, draw the apparent shape. Shape will be same, the orientation will be different, and the inclination of AB with XY means this angle will be 60 degree. Right. So now we will consider the vertical projector from the top view and horizontal projector from the front view, and we will get the points A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Vertical projector from A, horizontal projector from A dash. So we will get A dash over here. Vertical projector from B, horizontal projector from B dash. So we will get B dash over here. Vertical projector from C, horizontal projector from C dash. So C dash we will get over here. Vertical projector from D, and from the D dash of the second step, horizontal projector. So that will give you the D dash. Now joining A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash in proper sequence, we will get apparent shape in front view. So finally in third step, we will get both the projections, front view as well as top view, both will be apparent shapes. So this is the final answer. So these are the final projections of this given data. So in the first step, we have considered the true shape of the plane. In the second step, surface inclination is considered. And in the third step, the third condition, that is condition related to the resting edge or resting corner or some dimensional or some reference dimension. So that will be considered in the third step. Okay. So this is the entire procedure to solve any problem of projections of plane. Now we will summarize the procedure to solve any problem of projections of plane. So the first step is to draw the true shape of the plane, and we have already seen that for the first step we are considering 2 points. That is, first we will decide where we have to draw the true shape, either in front view or in top view. If surface inclination is given with respect to VP, then consider plane parallel to VP. That means we can obtain true shape in front view. If surface inclination given with HP, then for true shape we will consider plane parallel to HP. Then in top view we will get the true shape. And second point, that is regarding the orientation of the true shape. If plane is resting on its edge, then for true shape, consider that resting edge perpendicular to xy. And if plane is resting on its corner, then we have to draw true shape in such a way that the line joining the resting corner and center of the plane will be parallel to xy. So that is the first step. Okay. So we know that the two answers of the first steps are nothing but the true shape and line view, whether plane is parallel to HP or parallel to VP. So projections or the answers are true shape of the plane, and second projection is the line view, that is parallel to XY or on XY line. Now second step is the inclination of the plane, surface or lamina. Okay. In the data, we can find either of these three words: plane, surface or lamina. So always we have to consider inclination of plane, surface or lamina in step 2. We know that when we consider a plane inclined to one of the basic principal plane, then two answers will be apparent shape and line view inclined to xy. So the answers of second steps are nothing but the line view inclined to xy and apparent shape that depends upon the surface inclination. Now the third step is the third condition. Here, why I use the word third condition? Because the first condition is regarding the resting edge or resting corner. Second condition is the surface inclination, and the third condition that will decide the inclination of the plane with respect to HP and VP. Okay, so answer of this third step, that is the third condition, when you apply, the answer will be both the shapes will be apparent shape. So if you summarize all these three steps, then the first step is the true shape. Okay, when we get the true shape correct, then we will get the line view parallel to xy. Whatever line view we are getting in the first step, that we have to incline with xy as per the surface inclination. Okay, so line view of the first step we will utilize to obtain the second step. Consider the inclination of line view in second step, then we will get the apparent shape, and that depends upon the inclination of surface. Now, the apparent shape of the second step will be rotated as per the third condition. Okay, the same shape which we are getting in the second step, that we will utilize as a reference for the third step. Okay, so apparent shape which we are getting in the second step, that will be rotated as per the third condition in third step. So after getting the apparent shape in the third step from the apparent shape of the second step, we will get the another projection of the plane that will be an apparent shape. So in the third step, we will get both the projections as apparent shapes. So this is the entire procedure to solve the problems of projections of plane.